2022 promised to be a busy month with family celebrations of promotions and graduations, birthdays, and my last video shoot in Connecticut for my upcoming documentary, One Town at a Time, which documents the power of voting in the political and cultural transformation of a New England town. With all the traveling, I had to make sure that I kept up my promise to myself to stay physically active because I want to lose some weight and because I gotta get healthy. Have you ever been in one of those dressing rooms in your favorite department store when you're out just trying to treat yourself to something nice, and that lion-ass mirror has the nerve to show a full reflection of your body without your permission? I just got a little squishier and a little jigglier than I was before COVID hit. When my daughter used to lay across my squishy, jiggly parts when she was little, she would call it comfort. I guess maybe motherly bodies are comforting and nurturing, especially when they're a little squishy and jiggly. Now, I've never had body image issues. I've always been what Black folks call healthy, which means I had some meat on my bones, you know.
What's the name of this town? Are we in Exton? Oh. Walking in Gap, Pennsylvania. Amish country. Early in the morning.
But the difference now is that it takes me longer to stand up, and once I stand up, I have to stand and stretch, and as my mama say, get my bearings. And I hear all this cracking in my joints, and that, my friends, is what happens to women of a certain age if we don't stay physically active and in charge of our bodies.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Charlie.
I'm glad to be here. Another life. Another life of life. I'm glad to have family to come and celebrate my birthday for me.
I traveled to Pennsylvania to celebrate my niece turn 14 and be promoted to 9th grade. What a wonderful time for a young person. Off to high school, all the excitement of new friends, new teachers, more things to get involved in, dating, new freedoms. Oh man, I loved high school. This America has no love for women's bodies anyway. Beyonce tells us that pretty hurts, with men telling women they need to be thin on the one hand or have these unrealistic body measurements and proportions on the other. Sexy is big tits, small waists, high heels, red lips, long hair. Why do we even listen to that? I'm out here sporting short natural hair, makeup when I want, small breasts, bigger waist. Hey, that's what I got.
Use the right 2 lanes to take exit 48 on the right onto I-91 North toward Hartford.
Hey, we're in Ledger, Connecticut with my brother Kelly Lyle. So this is a Father's Day and happy birthday to Mama. Juneteenth's birthday special.
Oh, hallelujah!
America has always hated its women. White women were considered as their husbands' dependents, like children. White women couldn't own property in their own names. If that was the situation for white women, then it was worse for Black women.
Look at her acting like she running. Go on, keep doing it. Pretend. Connecticut is still cold. Why is it that it is June 19th? Happy Juneteenth. Yeah, happy Juneteenth. It's June 19th.
I've been looking at the way women of a certain age and of a certain body type carry their bodies. And I'm like, damn, we're sexy as fuck. With our love handles and back rolls, wide hips and protruding booties, I can tell who embraces their body by the clothes they choose to wear. Flaunting that morning moisturized skin, we're not covering everything up in the name of this thing called modesty. So I'm not out here trying to be skinny. I like my curves. I want my curves with some strength and endurance and flexibility to fight these wars that are raging all around us. Folks are just afraid of women claiming and owning our natural bodies.
Right there, let me just get a picture of my graduate. I'm so proud of you guys.
Tyrants are making it difficult to exercise the right to vote for Black and brown people, taking away women's rights to choose what happens to our bodies.
Just trying to stay active. Pickleball. Now this is the new rage. I am definitely hooked on it. Like tennis, but not like tennis. But it's a good game. I get a good sweat every time that I play.
Enslaved Black women were owned, traded, forced to bear children. They were raped and forced to have babies from the rapists. And this, the control of Black women's reproduction, is what kept slavery alive. Black women experienced forced birth for centuries in these United States of America. They were accused of violations like failure to reproduce, practicing birth control, procuring abortions, and committing infanticide. What this really meant was that sisters were practicing civil disobedience, self-preservation, rebellion, revolution, right there in their small spaces under the eye of slavers. On June 24th, 2022, 4 men and 1 woman overturned Roe v. Wade, stripping women of their right to decide if they will have an abortion. This is a wake-up call to all women and allies of women that all rights that some of y'all thought were secure are not. You are not as free as you thought. Now, Black folks already understand this quasi-free status. Just this week in Ohio, a 10-year-old girl who was raped was denied an abortion because the Republican-led Supreme Court has decided that this little girl's life does not matter, that her 10-year-old body must endure a pregnancy and a birth after a rape. What cruel and unusual punishment for that innocent baby girl. Women, it is up to us to clean this place up. We need to save the children. We need to save ourselves. We can't be silent. We've got some overturning to do.